Hello students, welcome to the next module. Today we'll be discussing from question number 4 of exercise 4.2. So, coming to question number 4, using the properties, you have to prove that the determinant value of this particular matrix is equal to 0. So, how we are going to do this? First of all, let us apply an operation. That is, R2 is R2 plus R3. So this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. When we add, this becomes BC plus AB plus AC. This becomes CA plus BC plus BA. And this becomes AB plus AC plus CB. And these values remain as it is. Remember, all these three values, they are common in this particular column 2. So we take it common from column number 2. So we have AB plus BC plus CA. We've taken common from column number 2. What are we left with? 1, 1 and 1. This is A, B plus C, B, C plus A, and this is C, A plus B. And as we have already discussed a property stating that if all the elements of two particular rows or columns are the same, their determinant value will be equal to 0, right? So 0 multiplied by this common value will give you 0 as the determinant value. I hope it's clear to you, students. Moving on to question number 5. We have to prove that LHS is equal to RHS. Now, a very simple way of doing this particular question is, let's apply a property on row 1. That is, R1 is R1 plus R2 minus R3. So this becomes B plus 2C plus A minus B, right? So A and B from here gets cancelled. We are just left with 2C. Likewise, 2R and here 2Z. Just work it out and you'll find that a resultant answer is this and this. Copy these elements as it is. Taking 2 as common from row 1. We are left with C, R, Z. This is C plus A, this is R plus P, this is Z plus X, likewise A plus B, P plus Q, X plus Y, right? Applying another operation on row 2, that is row 2 minus row 1. What do we get? Remember, on applying this operation, we get 2 times C, R and Z. They remain as it is. This minus this. So we are left with A, P and X, and here A plus B, P plus Q and X plus Y. Let me write this answer again at the back. And likewise A plus B, right? Another operation to be applied is R3 is R3 minus R2. So what do we have? 2 times R3 minus R2. These elements remain as it is. Remember, what was the sequence we wanted? We wanted APX at the top, this particular row at the top, this in the middle, and this at the end. That is, what is the resultant answer? We want it to be equal to 2 times APX, BQY and CRZ. How can we have that? By interchanging the rows. Remember, we just discussed, if we interchange row 1 with row 2, right? What happens? The value of the determinant becomes negative. So we have minus here. This becomes APX. This is CRZ and this is BQY. Again, what do we want to do? Remember, this is here 2 we'll be taking. Now what we have to do? We have to apply another operation, and what is that? We have to interchange R2 with R3. And on interchanging R2 with R3, what will happen? The negative sign was here. Again, we'll be multiplying it with a negative sign because this was the determinant value after interchanging. Again, on interchanging, we'll get negative determinant. So minus minus becomes plus. So we've got the resultant value. I hope it's clear. Just go step by step and solve. Moving on to question number 6. We have to prove that this determinant value is equal to 0. Remember, students, in determinants, if you are multiplying a particular row or a column with a constant value, you need to divide it at the same time. How? See, if I have to multiply row 2 with B, right? And at the same time, I have to multiply row 3 with A. I can't do it directly. What does this mean? Unlike matrices, this means that only row 2 elements will get multiplied. And this means only row 3 elements will get multiplied. Okay? But here in the determinants, we have to divide by these terms at the same time. So what we will do is, since I'm applying 2 operations at a time, I can put this 1 upon AB into 1 upon AB. Now, this is 0, A minus B, minus A, 0 minus C. And here we have B, C and 0. Now what is the operation? I have to multiply R2 with B. So I can take this B and multiply this R2 with B. So what do we get? And at the same time, I can take this A and multiply all the elements of R3 with A. So I have 1 upon AB, 0 A minus B as it is. Here we have minus AB, 0 minus BC, and here we have AB, AC and 0. Right? Now another operation, that is, let's apply it on R2. R2 plus R3. So we have 1 upon AB, 0 A minus B. This and this gets added, becomes 0. AC, this is minus BC. Here we have AB, AC and 0. Right? Now another very important thing to be noted here is that for solving the determinant, when do we get to know that we can now solve the determinant? Remember, if in a particular row or in a particular column, right, I get a form of 0, 0, 1 or 0, 1, 0 or 1, 0, 0. That is, in a particular column or in a row, one element is 1 and the other two are 0. That is the time when we can actually solve that particular determinant by expansion. Right? Now if I expand along C1. Okay, if I expand along C1, now just as we were solving the determinants, we have 1 upon AB here. Right? Since the very first element is 0, so the entire first value will come out to be 0. So it's 0. Second element is also 0. This is also coming out to be 0. Remember the position. This is positive, this is negative, and this is positive again. Plus AB, eliminate this particular column and this particular row. What are we left with? These elements, find out their determinant. So it's minus ABC minus minus ABC. So plus ABC. Right? So this comes out to be what? This gets cancelled. This comes out to be 0. So the entire determinant value is 0. I hope it's clear. All you need to remember is that if you are multiplying any row or column with a given value, then you have to divide it with it at the same time. I hope it's clear, students. Moving on, we have question number 7. We have to find out the determinant of this equal to this. Now, as I told you, getting a right hand side here, it is giving you a certain hint. What hint? That you can take ABC common somewhere, right? So let's see what we can do. Before applying any operation, let's see if we can take any value as common or not. If I take A, B, C common from, I can take A common from here, R1, B common from R2 and C common from R3. So what do I get? It's minus A, B, C. Then B we are taking common from here. So A minus B, C. And here we are taking C common. A, B and minus C. Right? We have taken A, B, C as common from the 3 rows. Again, what can we do? We can take A, B and C from common from C1, C2 and C3. So taking A, B, C common from C1, C2 and C3. So this is again ABC into ABC gives us A square, B square, C square. And what are we left with? I have taken A common from here, B common from here, C common from here. So I write here minus 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1. Something like this. Now, simple operation. Let's apply an operation on C1. C1 is C1 plus C2. Now this is 0. This is 1. This is 1. Again, C1 is C1 plus C2. This becomes 0. This becomes minus 1. This becomes 1. This becomes 2. This becomes 1. As I told you, all the elements of a particular row or column are to be of the form 0, 0, 1 or 1, 0, 0. Right? So here, what we can do? We can take 2 as common. So if I take 2 as common, so what do I have? 2A square, B square, C square. And here 0, 1, 1, 0 minus 1, 1. And here 1, 1 minus 1. Right? Now what we can do? We can simply expand. So we get 2A square, B square, C square. We expand along C1 again. So first value 0, second value 0, third value will get 1. And that too positive. Eliminate this. This is 1 minus minus 1. So that's 2. So this is equal to 4. A square, B square, C square, and that was our RHS to be proved. Hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 8. This is a particular determinant value to be put equal to this. Now see, here again we've got a hint that the factors are A minus B, B minus C, C minus A. So we get a hint about applying a particular property, right? So the very first one is A minus B. I can simply apply A minus B. That is, if I apply a property R1 is R1 minus R2, right? And at the same time, what am I getting? I'm getting B minus C. So I can apply a property on R2, that is R2 is R2 minus R3. Sorry, it's column, not row. we'll be taking the column. So it's C1 is, these are columns, not the rows. So it's C1 minus C2, and C2 is C2 minus C3. So first of all, we will apply C1 minus C2. So C1 minus C2, 0. Here we get A minus B. Here we get A cube minus B cube. Again 0 over here. C2 minus C3, B minus C, and B cube minus C cube. And 1 C cube over here. Now, what is A cube minus B cube equal to? What we can do is, we can simplify this and write it as A minus B. This can be written as A minus B. A square plus AB plus B square. Again, this is B minus C. This is B minus C into B square plus BC plus C square. And here we get C and C cube. I can take A minus B common. Taking A minus B and B minus C common from C1 and C2. So what do we get? A minus B, B minus C taken common. So we have 0, 1, and here A square plus AB plus B square. This is 0, 1, B square plus BC plus C square, 1 C and C cube. Now we can expand simply across R1 because we have got the form of 0, 0, 1. So if we expand across row 1, remember first and second will come out to be 0. This is positive, this is negative, this is positive. So 0 plus 0, 1. We can eliminate this. Cross multiply. B square plus BC plus C square minus A square minus AB minus B square. Right? So B square and B square gets cancelled. So we have A minus B here, B minus C here, and within brackets I write this value as right. So further solving it, we have A minus B, B minus C, and the value written here was C square minus A square minus A right. So A minus B, B minus C, C square minus A square, and minus of B. So this is A minus C. So we have A minus B, B minus C. This is C minus A into C plus A. Since this is A minus C, what do we need common? C minus A. So we can take negative sign common. So if I take negative sign common, negative and negative becomes positive. B into C minus A. So what are we left with? A minus B, B minus C, taking C minus A common. What am I left with? A plus B plus C. And this is our RHS. Simply you have to go with factorization and proof. I hope it's very much clear, students. Okay. Moving on to question number 9. This determinant has to be proved equal to this. Simply the first hint, x minus y, then y minus z, and then z minus x. So first of all, I can take row 1 and let's have it r1 minus r2 because I'll get x minus y, x square minus y square, and so on. And the next one is y minus z. So I can apply it on R2. That is R2 minus R3. You can also do it by any alternative suitable method which is valid to solve these questions. So R1 minus R2 is x minus y, x square minus y square. And here this minus this, so I take z as common, y minus x. Likewise, this is y minus z, y square minus z square, and taking x common we get z minus y. Next, we can take x minus y as common from R1 and y minus z common from R2. So this is 1. This is x square minus y square is x minus y into x plus y. X minus y taken common, so we are left with x plus y. And here we have y minus x, but we need x minus y, so we can take minus common. It will be minus z. Likewise, y minus z common. This is 1. Y square minus z square. This is y plus z we are left with. And this z minus y. We need y minus z, so we'll take this as minus x. Right? Next, we need is x minus y. We already have y minus z. We need z minus x. Is there any way that we can get z minus x? Z minus x can be obtained from here. That if I apply an operation, let's say R2 minus R1 on R2. So what do I get? Here we have x minus y. Here we have y minus z. This becomes 1. X plus y minus z. R2 minus R1 0. Y plus z minus x minus y gives us z minus x. And minus x plus z will give us again z minus x, right? And here we have z, z square and x. What we can do now? We can take z minus x as common. So we have x minus y, y minus z, z minus x. And within brackets we have 1. X plus y minus z 0 1 1, that's z